And welcome to the official post-event press conference for BKFC 78 here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Another incredible night, a record-breaking gate here at the Seminole Hard Rock, where there's been so many great events. To think that we broke another record. Listen, a little bit of share of controversy, but we also saw some incredible fights, incredible moments, so we're going to try to break those down for you. We got the winners. You're going to hear from the winners, but let's go ahead and get it started with the man, the myth, the legend, the CEO, the president of the BKFC, Mr. David Feldman.
Thanks, guys. Hey, guys, if you can please be quiet so we can do this press conference. If not, you got to leave. All right, guys, man, Miami, you guys did it again. Record-breaking crowd for the third time here. We just keep doing more and more numbers. We open it up more and more seats, but I don't think we can break the record ever again after tonight because we actually filled every single seat in the whole entire place. You know, I asked these guys to fight their ass off. Tonight especially, we do, I know we're probably going to talk about this a little bit, but we did an equity compensation plan for the fighters because, you know, I believe that if you're going to risk your life, you need to be rewarded. And you should be a part of the growth of the company, and therefore I'm making most of the fighters here that stay with us are going to be partial owners of BKFC. So I just feel that they should be a part of the movement. If they are a part of the movement, they should be a part of the growth and be a part of the reward, and that's why I did that. Tonight, prior to the fight, I told the guys that the two baddest motherfuckers tonight are going to get more equity, and I'm going to award that to Robbie Peralta and Duran. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I mean, Robbie Peralta, I actually said, this is a tough fight for Duran. I didn't know if the timing was right for that, and it was a tough fight for him. Duran got dropped twice, got back up, and fought his ass off to a draw with his shoulder popping out. You guys saw his shoulder popped out, he popped his shoulder back in. I mean, you talk about warriors, right? That's what you want to see. You want to come to fights. You don't want to see people, you know, running around the ring. You don't want to see people laying on each other. You want to see people banging the shit out of it with each other in the center of the ring, and that's what these motherfuckers did. I love these guys, and like I said, that's why we're making them partners, because there's no other way to reward them. I mean, listen, I can give them bonuses all they want. They're going to help be a part of this explosion and take it to another level, and they're going to really be rewarded. Can somebody tell those people to shut the fuck up? All right, so Leonardo Perdomo scored a very good knockout tonight. He's not, for the first time in his 8 fights now, he's not getting knockouted tonight because a new star was born tonight, and he goes by the nickname of Mohawk. Estabban Rodriguez scored a 3-second knockout, and he will get the Amnesia knockout of the night. So Amnesia Vodka is our newest partner, and Amnesia is going to present you with the Amnesia knockout of the night, Estabban, wherever you are. We have about five or six other awards that we're going to give out, but I'm going to give this performance of the night too, because I was like, listen, you fight for the championship, you lost a fairly one-sided fight, and it's not what you do when you're doing good, it's what you do when you fall down, and can you get back up? And Christy Vincent's tonight proved that she could get back up. So she is going to get the performance of the night. I mean, and I'm honored giving it to her because I don't know if you know her, but she's been through a lot of shit in her life, man, and she's just a classy pleasure to deal with, and unbelievable lady outside the ring, and a badass, excuse my language, bitch inside the ring. So that's kind of for the awards. Like I said, I'm going to do my bonuses like I always do to these guys that really came and fought their asses off. But that's the awards for tonight. Anybody got any questions?
Hey, David. Ben Davis for Bally Sport. Now, there was a lot of verbal back and forth between BKFC champ Ben Rothwell and Leonardo Perdomo. Is there any thought of maybe that matchup next for Perdomo?
I'm sorry, man. Say that again.
There was a lot of back and forth between Ben Rothwell and Perdomo. Is there any thought about maybe fast-tracking Perdomo to the title shot?
I mean, you know, honestly, I don't know if I'd even consider it fast-tracking him. Like, I think, you know, who else out there is knocking everybody out in the first round? No one else in the history of bare-knuckle fighting, not bare-knuckle fighting championship, in the history of bare-knuckle fighting has scored 8 first-round knockouts in a row. So, I mean, I think he probably punched his ticket for the championship.
And in that co-main event, doctor stoppage, G. Perez, Strode, looks like that was shaping up to be a banger. What was your reaction to that, and what might be the plan moving next for both those athletes?
You know, I've questioned my doctor one time in the past, and he told me that there was a little tiny nick on someone's eye, and he said, David, if that nick was a ½ inch bigger, the guy would never have been able to lift his eyelid again. We don't see what the doctor sees, and the doctors thought it was a good call, so I will always support my doctor, always. I don't know about the result. I don't know why it was no contest, and I'm going to get with the Florida State Athletic Commission to see why they said it was a no contest and why it wasn't ruled a win for Andrew Strode. And, you know, I support whatever decision they make, but I think that 100% that fight deserves an immediate rematch. You know, I definitely would like to see that again because I don't think there was a winner or a loser there. I thought G was doing phenomenal and probably looked like he was on his way to a win. So, you know, I can't rob him by, you know, an unintentional injury, and his ear is in bad shape.
Mr. David Feldman, Levi Luna from ESPN Disney Plus for Latin America. Your reaction after Gaston Reyno got a 3-round knockout tonight here at the Hard Rock, second fight in bare knuckle fighting championship. He got a second knockout in a row.
Viva Uruguay. Let's go to Uruguay. Let's go. I mean, he did great. What happened tonight, he actually got tested a little bit. He got cracked right on his chin really good, and he came right back, and he scored a very nice stoppage. We're actually going to go down there and make a visit to the president of Uruguay with him in a couple weeks, and we're going to try to lock up a deal for Uruguay.
Dave Feldman, congratulations. You should be so proud of yourself because tonight was unbelievable. The atmosphere was unbelievable, electric, and no seat in the place. I've spoke to a lot of the champions over the Champions Summit and tonight, the likes of Mike Richmond. You got the likes of Jessica Borga, Christina Ferreira, McGregor, Platinum Mike, all speaking about this rumor about 250th anniversary at the White House lawn. Has there been anything else happening? I know you're having an announcement to make, and a lot of people are eagerly anticipating that announcement, but this 250th celebration, the rumor is gathering some momentum.
Yeah, you know, that's not the announcement. I mean, that would be an absolute unbelievable honor, and you never know, right? You just never know what happens. I think we're climbing the hill every day more and more and more, and people are taking us a lot more seriously. So I would never rule that out. That wasn't the announcement. I can't make the announcement only because I didn't get the agreement signed. I was waiting for it to be signed, but I will make the announcement this week. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting, but it's a beautiful announcement for us. It really is. It's just a testament to all the work and all the hard work that these fighters put in, and now they're going to be involved with a huge name that's going to help blow them up even more. Yep.
Yeah, the interim flyweight. What's going to happen there with John Dodson healthy? There was a no contest interim with the flyweight, the interim.
Yeah, I just said immediate rematch.
But it's going to be for the title, or?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, it depends what's next for Dodson. Look, Dodson took a little hiatus because he went and fought for another promotion that we knew. So if you guys follow BKFC, if you fight for another promotion, you lose your championship. John Dodson, we went into it signed with a contract that he was fighting for Ryzen, so we knew that. That was a different story. But he took a little hiatus, and now he's coming back. So I don't know if it's for the interim. It doesn't matter. If it's not for the interim, it'll be for the, you know, for an eliminator. But it's going to be a very meaningful matchup.
Dave, just a couple for me. Shawnee Mack from Full Send MMA. Question about Dave Mundell, right? We saw him face off with Mike Perry. The situation for his title seems kind of up in the air right now. He doesn't really have an opponent. I know Marcus Edwards is in there. Where does Jake Bostwick fit in there? Because I think he's won 3 out of his last 4, and he's got no losses. He's just got a draw in there, and he's one of the more bigger guys on social media right now. So is there a possibility that he can jump the line and face Dave Mundell?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're working on something big for Dave Mundell, and it might not be right now. It might be in like 6 months from now, and he's going to have to get past a Jake Bostic or someone like that. I mean, talk about like, you know, a jackhammer jab. Like jabs are knocking people out. Does he deserve a title shot? Probably does. So we're definitely gonna talk about that this week back in the office.
And then one more for me. The scorecards on the Duran fight, I think realistically it was 4 rounds for Duran, and the one they gave to,
Peralta.
Yeah, sorry, the one they gave to Peralta was the 10-7 round. How did you score it? Like, did you think Peralta had another round in the bag and that could have got him the W, or did you like the draw?
No, I kind of had it as I thought Duran was up 3 rounds to 2, but because of the point difference on the 2 knockdowns, and if people didn't know that Duran did score a knockdown, that was a knockdown when the ropes held him up, so they did score it as a knockdown. So I actually thought the draw was a fair verdict for that.
Mr. Feldman, Max Colangelo fighting Yo. Great to speak with you. You know, you mentioned how every seat was sold out over here in South Florida. I was just questioning, where do you envision South Florida in the future for BKFC, because it has shown a lot of promise over here as of late?
I mean, Hard Rock is an amazing partner for us, and we're never going to stop coming here. But I do think there's some bigger venues here in Miami that we're talking to, and we're working on a huge super fight that I think would blow Miami up.
Rodolphe Roman, Bare Knuckle News. You talk about Uruguay, South America loves combat sports. Potentially other countries that you may look into South America, you could hold an event?
Yeah, I mean, look, we got Luis Palomino from Peru. We got Franco Tenaglia from Spain and Argentina. So, I mean, we're actually going to do a little tour down there. We're going to visit the different countries and see who's willing to help us take BKFC down there.
Rudy Rodriguez Chomot from Come On Now, the podcast and Combat Corner. You opened this fight card with 3 monster knockouts. I mean, can you ever envision a fight card opening as beautifully as it opened tonight?
I mean, it was great, man. Look, you know, I just go back to incentivizing the guys, right? If you're a carpenter, you got to build a house, and you say, listen, build this house better and faster. You're going to get incentivized. You're going to build it better and faster. I tell these guys to fight their asses off and get knockouts. They go out there and do it. They're going to be incentivized. I just think incentives change the whole entire combat sports world.
All right, last one for President Founder David Feldman.
Ron from Savage Combat Sports Media. Dave, I wanted to ask, with the recent signing of Yoel Romero, I know everyone wants to see Perdomo going for a belt, but what's the chances we could see Yoel and Perdomo going at it?
That's probably not going to happen. Yoel's probably going to he's going to fight at a lighter weight in the heavyweight division, but he's not going to compete as a heavyweight. So that's probably not going to happen. So you're probably not going to see that, but you are going to see Yoel Romero on September 12th right here.
All right, David Feldman, thank you for your time.
Guys.
Give it up for David Feldman. Another successful fight, I should say, here at the Hollywood Hard Rock Live. Next up to the chair, I want to bring up Jake Bostwick. Brutal Jake Bostwick making his way up. Give it up for Jake. Now, if you have any questions for Jake, you put your hand up. I'll come right over to you.
What's going on, guys?
Sorry, I missed you, Sean.
Jake, how's it going, brother?
What's happening, son?
Talk to me about the performance tonight, right? We've seen you, in wars and bare knuckle in the past, fights that go 5 rounds, things like that, back and forth ones. But face looks pretty clean tonight, and, I don't think you could have envisioned a better performance tonight.
Honestly, I've been drilling the left hook for a while, honestly, for this fight and this upcoming bout. I don't know, I kind of feel like I've envisioned it for the last sort of month. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to catch this dude with a hook. And to be able to put something into play and actually end the fight how I kind of thought that I was going to, and to literally not get touched, is an absolute blessing. I've left here with 20+ stitches in my face, broken hands, can't eat properly for 2 weeks. So to be able to be sitting here right now, got a sweet little 53-second stoppage, and I'm feeling Gucci, mate. I'm ready to go next week,
And then we just heard Dave Feldman kind of talk about, how you might be able to slide in the mix, for the title shot with Mundell. Like I said, you have a pretty heavy social media presence. I know you were on tour with, Alex from Slaughter to Prevail.
Of course.
When you have guys like that backing you and the ability to generate numbers and eyes on you in the media, how are you going to capitalize on that? And would you be willing to, even if you don't get the fight right away, would you be willing to be a backup?
Of course, at the end of the day, like you said, like you mentioned, people like Alex Terrible, loads of people where, Flex Lewis I got downstairs, Derek Fay, there's loads of people that support me and, you know, follow my journey, and it's an absolute blessing, mate. And yeah, my social presence obviously has grown crazy over the last, you know, few years even. And meeting, you know, celebrity status kind of people and having the people backing me, you know, I feel like it does help because everyone's always about numbers. Everyone's always talking about numbers. Everything's numbers, you know. Honestly, I absolutely hate social media. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's part and parcel of the job role, you know. So obviously, I got numbers backing me, and obviously I got fists, and you know, I got a real heart for the game to back me as well. You know, I'm a real fucking fighter, son. You know, so at the end of the day, I'm here to be recognised, and you know, I'll get my bigger shot at some point, or I'll get another fight or another fight, get myself active. It's been 2 years since I've had a bare knuckle fight, mate. You know, I'll come back and have a stoppage like that, and I'm unscathed. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm back, mate, and you see me, you know? So I'm coming for something, someone's chin, you know?
Max Calandrolo fighting Yo. Great
Exciting,
performance
mate.
once again.
Thank you.
I brought up to you previously that the ability that you showed today and the confidence that you had, that was due to the fact that you gave it absolutely everything in preparation over these 2 years. Can you elaborate a little bit about the preparation that you gave and the sacrifices that you made for this bout?
Honestly, mate, weight cutting, a lot of training, a lot of road work. A lot of people don't understand that when it comes to being a fighter, mate, it's a lot of alone work, a lot of road work, a lot of mental battles with yourself, you know? So the fact that, you know, I haven't, you know, even prior to this, obviously fight camp, prior to that, I couldn't remember the last time I ran like 5-6 miles. And like, bruv, I'd be running half marathons and doing my thing, and bruv, I started to like really like lock in for this fight camp and putting the road work in, put my music on, focusing, just like, I see that like meditation, and it got my mind right, and it made me really see like what I'm capable of, you know? So the fact that I put the work into myself and built that confidence and come out and have a stoppage like that, it's, you know, it's an absolute win, and I'm absolutely blessed, mate.
Jake Bostwick,
Certainly, mate.
Congratulations, man. Honestly,
Thank you.
fair play to you. What does it mean for an Englishman to come over here and get such a win like that? Because we were in Fort Worth recently, and the likes of Ben Bonner had Gary Fox with them,
Yep.
ringside, the whole crowd against them.
Yep.
Does that inspire you to come to America like that as an Englishman and get such a win?
Well, honestly, mate, like, I'm kind of a Floridian now. I represent the 305, you know. I've been over here like 10 years, so I'm technically a Floridian, son. But it is nice to be, like, not from these ends as such, you know, and, you know, bring my British self over here and make a statement. Now, I'm from South East London, mate. Very, very different over there, you know. So the fact that I'm over here in the stateside, living the American dream and putting on a performance and being nice to be in the starlight for a change and look pretty doing it, it's an absolute blessing, mate. So I'm here representing, mate, you know what I mean? Shout out to the SC3, but also representing the 305, son. So, but yeah, I appreciate you, mate. Much love. Thank you.
Well, I think that's all the questions for Jake Bostwick. What a great comeback
Much love,
performance.
guys.
Haven't seen it in a
Thank you
while.
so
We're glad
much.
to have you back with the company.
Absolute blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake. All right, as Jake makes his way off, another guy going to make his way up. This is one of the most intense fighters I've seen in BKFC history. They call him the Mohawk. He was responsible for the knockout of the night. It's Estabban Rodriguez. Come on up. All right, Estabban, we have a question coming for you. I'm making my way over here.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just so excited right now, man. This is a dream come true right now, man. Ooh, baby, I love you guys, man. This has been a long time coming, baby. This has been a long time coming.
It definitely is, and the media's excited out here to talk to you. We have our first question right here.
Max Calandrolo fighting Yo. Once again, a tremendous performance you had today. I asked you earlier previously, I wanted the other people to hear exactly what you told me. When you came out guns blazing like that and you put him away in 3 seconds, were you anticipating to be able to get him out that quickly, or did it really catch you off guard?
Man, listen, like I told these people before, man, there's days that I scare myself. I don't even know what I'm out there, you know, capable of doing. But I go in there, when you step into that ring with me, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care how long you've been training. I don't care how much or what your record's looking like. I don't care who you've been training with. We going in there to fight. I come in with controlled chaos, baby, and I'm here to make a statement. I am the next future $1 million fighter. Mark my words. I am the most entertaining fighter. I'm a knockout artist, and I'm the next people's champ, baby.
Esteban Soso here from Sports with Soso. Congratulations on the fight. Obviously,
Let's
you're very
go,
excited
baby.
for it,
Let's
man, and we
go.
are excited for you. How do you think the energy in the crowd tonight helped you put on that performance? Because it was electrifying, brother.
Oh man, that's where I get my fuel from, baby, is the people. When the crowd out there gets crazy, man, you know that's my time to perform, baby. I do this for you guys, man, and listen, I'm just getting started, baby. I'm just getting started. Mark my words. This is only the beginning.
Esteban, talk to me about the journey to get here, right? Because I think we talked a few years ago. I think it was your first fight in BKFC in Omaha. We talked backstage. You said, man, I put every dollar I had just to get here and to be able to fight. And you were kind of overcome with emotions that night after you get the win. Now you're in pretty much title contentions in Bare Knuckle FC, you know, a couple years down the road. So how are you feeling right now? Like, talk to me about that journey and that struggle that it took to get here.
How much time do you have is the real question. But listen, you guys, if I'm here, I'm the beacon of hope. I want you guys to know this is a dream come true right now. I train hard to fight easy, baby, and this is just the beginning. Like I've told you guys, I put everything, heart and soul, and everything I have into this. And I'm here to show the people that dreams can come true. You just gotta put the work in, man. I've been through tooth and nail. It's been a roller coaster. I've lost family, I've lost friends, and it's just, like I told you guys, man, it's been so hard, but yet so worth it, baby. And this is, man, this is the pinnacle combat sport of the world, baby. Let's go.
And then just one more for me. It's interesting because the odds makers were counting you out this fight pretty much. And if you look at your background, you train with guys like former UFC champions Jamal Hill and things like that, right? So why should people pay more attention to you?
Man, listen, I've been the underdog my entire life. Adversity been snapping on my heels for a long time, baby. But listen, when opportunity comes a knocking, I'm blowing that door straight off the hinges, baby.
Esteban, big boy, Bare Knuckle News, what's good, homie?
What it do, baby,
Listen,
what it do?
Started from the bottom, now you're here.
Now we're here, baby.
You've made your print in this division. You've showed them that you can disappoint your haters. The boss man's in the house. Who do you want next, and when do you think you deserve a shot at the gold?
Man, listen, I don't care who they put in front of me. I got my eyes maybe even on that $25 million tournament, baby. It don't matter who, where, when. I'm coming to throw down, baby, and you is not going to be disappointed. Mark my words, baby. Put your money where your mouth is, baby, and I'll show you. That's my dog.
Hey, looking back at the fight that obviously just happened, were you surprised at all by how fast it ended?
Man, I was surprised at how much hard work I put in to make that look easy, baby. Listen, I scare myself sometimes, man. I don't even know what I'm capable of yet. Like I said, all you got to do is take that one step in front of 10,000, and I guarantee you the journey is going to be so sweet, baby. So sweet.
Rudy Rodriguez Showmont with Come On Now, the podcast and Combat Corner. The first question is, are you going to sleep tonight, or are you going to be in a party till next week?
Man, listen, I keep it professional first, baby, because I do this for the people, man, and I'm here to show them that everything and anything you do, the world's watching, man. And listen, it's a celebration, baby, but we're going to celebrate the right way, baby.
And also, fighting in the Hard Rock, the experience, the environment, the crowd. I mean, this place was packed to the gills, and you put on the greatest show ever that we can ever imagine. I mean, talk about that experience for you.
Man, listen, I told you guys before, I'm mopping the floor with the 205 division, and I'm just getting started. You think that was fun? Wait till you see what happens next.
All right, last one for the intense Estabban Rodriguez.
Savage Combat Sports Media, brother. I just want to take this time to congratulate you on setting a bare knuckle record tonight.
Let's go!
Ask you, where's the after party, brother?
Let's go, baby. I hear it's going to be out there at the Dare, baby. Let's go. I love you guys, man. This is what I do for you. Everything I'm doing is for you guys, man, for the people. Mark my words, I will be that future 205 champion. It's only a matter of time, baby.
All right, there he is, Estabban, the Mohawk Rodriguez. Great outing tonight. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
I love you guys, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is truly a dream come true. If I'm out here doing this, you guys can be doing it too. I come from alleyways picking up bottle cans and taking them in just for a little $1.25 juices, baby. And we here in front of multi-million viewing platform, baby, and the best combat sport in the world. BKFC, let's go!
There he is, man, the Mohawk Warrior. Thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. He's saying, I love you guys off mic. We can tell. Next up, let's bump him a little bit forward. I was just told that from the main event, Leonardo Perdomo is here. Let's bring him out real quick. Leonardo Perdomo. Big win for him tonight against Arnold Boomaye Adams. Keeps it going in the first round. Does what he says he's going to do. Chatting with Ben Rothwell after the fight. It was a big night for this guy. Really a big night. Another one, yet another one. Congratulations. All right, let's take some questions.
Leonardo, en español, ¿verdad? Hace la traducción tal vez tu amigo. La pregunta directa es, ¿qué fue lo que ocurrió después de que consigues el knockout? ¿Cómo se creó la situación posterior a tu victoria por knockout y qué fue lo que ocurrió exactamente?
Molesta ver a un hombre tirarse al piso sin honor y sin vergüenza. El que es peleador tiene que saber que hay que defender tu respeto como peleador arriba del ring, no tirarte como una descarada y después formar la película esa. Es lo que pasa, ¿ok?
Yeah, first of all, I'm very disappointed to see that he's not a real man, that he has no honor and no dignity. He should have fought like a man and stand there and not create that movie that it was all an act, it was all a drama, and he should have fought like a man, like a real man.
Ben Davis for Bally Sport. Leo, congrats on the first round victory. Can you elaborate on what started that brawl? What did Adams do that sparked things off inside the ring?
Ok, primeramente felicidades por tu victoria. ¿Tú puedes describir qué fue lo que pasó con la pelea, después de la pelea? ¿Quién empezó y qué fue lo que pasó?
I told it again. If you are a man, you won't respect you person. O hacer es que, oye, mira, si tú como hombre no sabes defender tu hombría arriba del ring y te tiras ahí sin necesidad de nada, que no puedes corroborar, no puedes defender el hecho de que tú eres peleador, no puedes dedicarte a esto. Vaya a jugar Jackie para la cocina.
Yeah, hey, he took that knee, you know, as a way of trying to get out of the fight. If he's a real man, he should have stood there and fought. And to go to answer your question, who started the brawl after the fight, his corners people, they jumped in. And that's when I went in, okay? That's what happened after the fight.
Leo, yeah. Viva la Cuba. Como tú sientes? I'm trying to learn Spanish because I respect what you're doing as a fighter. What I gotta ask you, Leo, is you've been compared with the Cuban Mike Tyson, but more we see of you, I feel that you're moving a lot faster than that. Where do you see yourself in the future, and what's your thoughts on the Baddest Man tournament?
Leonardo Perdomo, lo más que te veo, todo el mundo dice que tú te pareces y te llaman el Cuban Mike Tyson, el Mike Tyson de Cuba, pero contra más te veo pelear, veo que eres hasta más rápido que Mike Tyson. ¿Cómo te sientes arriba del torneo de tener la oportunidad de ser el mejor peleador en la tierra?
I respect Mike Tyson. I like style Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson all my life because cuando empecé a ser peleador, esas fueron mis referencias como ejemplo. But I don't Mike Tyson. I'm not Mike Tyson. You know? I am a Sambo.
One more, Leo, from Ben Davis for Bally Sport. There was a lot of back and forth between you and Ben Rothwell. How would you take out the champion and claim that heavyweight throne?
Vimos que ahí después de la pelea hubo un atrás para adelante con Big Ben. ¿Cómo tú te ves ganando esa pelea con Big Ben?
No more. Big Ben is one more fight. You know, I am trained for win in the first round. everybody fight it. You know? That's it.
Aquí, Zambo, aquí. Conor McGregor parece que es fan número uno tuyo. ¿Cómo te sientes que una leyenda del deporte sea un fan tuyo que te ve en la pelea y siempre está sorprendido de lo que tú haces?
Yeah, it looks like Conor McGregor is your #1 fan. How do you feel to have such a legend follow you the way he does and admire you the way he does?
Es muy, ¿sabes? Es significativo saber que alguien de una leyenda como él, viviente, ¿sabes? Tenga ese tipo de interés a la hora de yo pelear. Llevo un gran tiempo, ¿sabes? Llevo tiempo recibiendo mensajes de él, hablamos mucho, intercambiamos. Y la verdad, para mí, todo está en la mente, en la vida. Y yo considero que yo soy yo. Recibo todo de él y con mucho, ¿sabes? Lo recibo todo, pero yo soy yo. Y agradecido, muchas gracias. Thank you for everything, for your support. Pero yo soy yo y yo peleo para darle de comer a mi familia, ¿ok? No quiero ser mejor que nadie, ni quiero ser reconocido porque yo peleo porque me gusta y puedo darle de comer a mi familia, sí.
Yeah, it's an honor to have a living legend like Conor McGregor follow me the way he does and to see his interest in me. And I really, since I was a kid, I always looked up to him. But at the end of the day, I am me. I am my own person. I am Leonardo Perdomo, el Sambo.
Leonardo, en la semana quedó la impresión de que va a haber un enfrentamiento entre Beth Rowell y Andrei Arlovsky. ¿Te gustaría enfrentar al ganador de esos dos en caso de que se dé esa pelea o quizás pueden cambiar los planes? ¿Qué pasaría en ese caso?
Yeah, Leonardo, during the week we saw that there was they're trying to make a fight between Big Ben and what's the other guy's name? Arlovsky. Yeah. Okay. Are you interested in fighting the winner of the fight?
Como ya les digo, yo peleo para darle de comer a mi familia. A mí no me preocupa con quién voy a pelear. Yo quiero a Ben Rothwell hace un año, pero perdí el interés cuando él se hizo campeón. Because when you are a champion, it's different. Antes de ahí, él tenía un supuesto nombre, es grande, y quiero darle a mi público la caída de David contra Goliat. Pero eso es algo que es singular y está en mi camino. Él me tiene miedo, ¿no? I told, don't be scared, Ben. Pero está en mi camino y cuando eso pase, I'll make it happen. I'm a kill him.
Yeah, like I said before, I fight, to feed my family. I know Big Ben, he's the champion, but I want to show my fans, and everybody that follows me, I want to see the big drop, the big fall of King David versus Goliath, and what like he says in the Bible. So I've been calling him out for a whole year, man, but it's obviously that he's scared of me.
All right, one more for the heavyweight sensation here.
Perdomo, ¿qué te da la confianza de tumbar todos tus oponentes en el primer round?
Training.
Perdomo, what gives you the confidence that you're so comfortable saying that you're going to knock everybody out in the first round? Training?
Training, but my family, my wife, my son, my people, all Miami come here, watch me. Why? Second round, no. First round, but everybody fighters.
You said it in English. Hey, can I just take the time to appreciate that he's only been here for 2 years and 9 months, and look how good he's doing with his English, man. Appreciate it.
What a great showing yet again for Leonardo Perdomo. Can't wait to see what he's going to do next. Thank you for joining us. All right, up next, he's checking out the Amnesia Vodka. All right, up. All right, up next, Another great night. I don't know if you see them off screen. They're embracing. Let's bring up my man, Gaston Reyno. Bring him up. He wants to talk to the media. He's one of the media. It's pretty interesting. Our first question is going to be right over here.
Tonga, in English and Spanish. Tonga.
Whatever you want, amigo.
Okay, your thoughts after your solid performance today against a fighter who weighed yesterday 15 pounds more than you. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, it was difficult, the size difference, and he was very awkward, so for me it was difficult to find the range, but thanks God we could get the victory. En español, ¿qué pensaba de la diferencia de peso? Lo que me preguntaba Levi Luna de ESPN, y le contestaba que sí, que fue difícil encontrar la distancia, que fue difícil encontrar el ritmo porque era un peleador poco ortodoxo, pero por suerte conseguimos la victoria.
Hey Gaston, Ben Davis for Bally Sports. Dave Feldman was in here moments ago talking about taking you to the president of Uruguay in this fantastic meeting, maybe doing an event down there. Can you comment on that and what it means to represent Uruguay here in BKFC?
Would be a dream for me, bring this organization to Uruguay. We have a lot of great South American warriors. David said that. We have Luis Palomino in Peru, we have Franco Tenaglia in Argentina, but in Uruguay we have a lot of support. Maybe you could see that today. You know, we don't hear the chance of the many countries. Maybe Peru when Baboon fights, Cuba and USA, and today for the first time we hear Uruguay. So I know for sure if we go down there, we could fill a stadium, and that will be, I'm a humble guy. I don't care if I have to be prelim of Baboon or Franco Tenaglia, but I just want to bring this organization to my country.
Rudy Rodriguez Showmat with Combat Corner. Talk about the crowd you had, because yesterday at the weigh-in you had a monster crowd with drums and everything, and today again, huge crowd, huge support. What was that experience like for you?
I will explain you why. We are a little country, 3 million people. I always say that. 3 million people, 12 million cows. We have 4,000 persons. Not many people there, only soccer players. So whoever is playing sports and representing Uruguay, we all support. It's like a family of 3 million people. But I felt the support of a lot of different countries from Latin America. The Cubans, the Colombians, the Argentinians, the Venezuelans, and that's great for me. You know, I really appreciate it.
Gastón, felicidades.
Hacer.
Primera pelea en un año, ¿cómo te sentiste hoy peleando?
Me sentí espectacular, me encanta Bernácol. Creo que este es mi lugar, tengo 2 peleas más, las voy a disfrutar. Si puede ser de vuelta acá en la guitarra, me encantaría. Si me llevan a Roma a pelear, también, pero sobre todo quiero la pelea en Uruguay.
El presidente Dave Feldman dice que va a hablar con el presidente de Uruguay, que te va a llevar allá. ¿Qué sabes de eso y qué puede hablar de eso?
Vamos a hablar con todo lo que haya que hablar para poder llevar este evento a Uruguay. Son muchas cosas que tienen que estar en línea, pero creo que era importante la victoria de hoy y es importante el viaje que vamos a hacer. Este 20 nos vamos para allá y vamos a empezar a tener las reuniones importantes.
Max Calangelo fighting Yo, congratulations on the amazing performance. You know, we mentioned that we would have a little barbecue eventually in Uruguay after your next win.
I think everybody want to go to Uruguay, huh? I think we're all in the same page.
I would like some steak for sure over there. Wanted to ask you, you had some, not difficulties, but he used some good shots early on. You adjusted. When did you see the turning point in the fight? You told me, but I want to hear you tell them as well. When did you notice the turning point in the fight when you took over?
He was very unorthodox. And for moments, I didn't know what to expect. But once I could get the range, I think the fight was on my side. I heard his eye. So it was a matter of time. So very happy to get the victory with a weird, with all respect, with a weird guy.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Great
Thank you,
to have
guys.
you on the
I
card.
love you all. Thank you, Andy. Thank you to you. I love Bernacle. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
We know you do. Thank you so much. The guy, he lives and breathes it. He commentates on it. He fights in it. It's amazing. All right. Next up, she was claimed by David Feldman to be the performance of the night. It's not a claim, it's the truth. Let's bring her out, Christine VICENS. I'm not good at my Spanish, but la abusadora. We're glad to have you here. Any questions for Christine? Let me know. I'll bring the mic right over to you. Just put your hand up. All right, here you go.
Ben Davis for Bally Sports. Christine, fantastic victory. Talk to me about what this means, winning that performance bonus.
Man, it means everything to me. I'm home, in front of my friends, in front of my family. Oh, sorry. In front of my friends, my family, my kids, my hometown. It means everything.
Rudy Rodriguez Shama with Combat Corner. Your last fight was a war. This fight, you took care of business rather quickly. How important was it for you to get back to that point of winning and having a performance like you had, tonight, and after that war you had a few months back?
Yeah, no, it played out perfect. It's what I envisioned, coming back, getting the victory, like I said, in front of my friends, my family, my kids. I learned a lot. I learned from that fight in December, and I wanted to show you guys what I learned and what I've been working on.
Hey, Christine, post showing at Chupacabra TV. David Feldman is making an announcement, and excuse my English, but the baddest bitch tournament, he's making that announcement. Does something like that tickle your fancy?
I think so. I think that sounds great. I mean, he just said I was a bad bitch, right? I got performance of the night, so I think that's down my alley.
Christine, Soso here from Sports with Soso. You mentioned the battle that you faced when you came off a loss. Now you're back in an impressive performance. Do you think that you are the rightful #1 contender to get another shot at that belt?
I think I am. I mean, I've fought some tough girls since my first fight. I didn't get no easy fights. I've had a bunch of tough opponents up until now, and I think I'm up there. I mean, I don't know who else there is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. What a great performance. We appreciate you being here. We love that you're part of the roster. You're welcome, and you're one of the nicest people here. Thank you. Give it up for La Brusadora. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Gringo. Thank you very much for joining us.
No, of course.
Performance tonight, give it up for Christine.
Yeah.
All right, the next I want to bring up is one part of, I believe Dave said it was the fight of the night. Let's bring up BRYAN El Gallo Duran. Crowd loved him tonight. They were chanting his name. They were going crazy. Looks like he has a little arm problem. Here he is, El Gallo, man, creeping up there. All right, if you have a question for BRYAN Duran, please let me know. Oh, here we go.
Brian, how's it going, brother? Let's talk about this fight, right? I want to know what your corner was saying to you going into that 5th round, because I mean, obviously it's tough. You get knocked down twice in a round. It's a 10-7 round. It's hard to come back from that, right? What was your corner saying to you, and also what was going through your mind as well?
I mean, bro, I want to thank all of you guys for being here. First of all, especially you, bro. You've been here since my debut, supporting me. Even when you're not working here, you still support me. So appreciate you for that, OG. And, man, to be honest, I have no excuses, man. I took, out of all the guys that sent me, I took the toughest guy to prove who I was. I got a little lazy, not gonna lie, and didn't want to go down to 45 and fight the guys that they were giving me, because people were going to say, you fought another bum. You know what I'm saying? So I said, no, I will stay at 55 and I'll fight this tough-ass dude and show who I am. A lot of people overlooked him because of what happened to him last year, the same date. But, bro, something like that can happen to any of us. He's a fucking dog. He's been here for a while now in BKFC, and he fought his whole life, bro. I just started this. So, in reality, yeah, it was a tough fight. I only had one arm once again after the 2nd round. But, man, one thing about me, bro, you guys are going to realize that they're going to have to shoot me from the stands to get me out of there. I will never quit. I'm the meaning of a dog, the meaning of a savage, and the meaning of BKFC. And let's be real. The 3rd floor only opens when a Gallo is here. And that's all I fucking care about. I'm the show.
And then last one for me, what were the emotions like? Because you said in the 2nd round you thought your arm popped out, was it?
No, it did. It did.
Okay.
It definitely did. Like, it popped out 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Because I think we saw you, it was either the 4th or the 5th round, you kind of cranked your arm over. Like, you get knocked down twice, your shoulder pops out, and then at the start of the 5th, the doctor comes in and potentially it doesn't even go a 5th round because his eye's swollen. Like, it seems like such a high and low of emotions, like a roller coaster. So what was that like going through the 5 rounds?
I mean, obviously, I would never take anything from Peralta. He's a fucking animal. But I really thought that they were going to stop the fight because of his eye. And then I come to find out that they stopped the fight with G for a way smaller cut. So it makes no sense, you know? But, man, this is the fight game. We're here entertained. Maybe God's plan was for me to show that I can go the 5th round with one arm again and fight a dog and never quit, never back down. Y'all see me walking down the whole time. I was in there, and every time I got hit, I walked forward even more. So, man, I'm just happy to be here, and thank you guys for fucking being part of this, bro.
What's up, Gaio? After this fight, do you want a rematch or do you want Kai Stewart?
I want Kai Stewart. Like I just said earlier, like 155, it was a lazy division for me. I just didn't want to go through that drastic weight cut again and put myself through all of that. And I wanted to eat Toro Loco, you know, all the way to my last week. So, you know, but I learned, you know, and I got to be more realistic with myself. And how Baboon said, like 2 nights ago, he said, last night I think it was, I don't remember. He said there's weight classes for a reason, and that's one thing that is real. And I thought just because I was hitting harder in the pads, I was hitting guys and hurting them in sparring, I thought, you know, I was going to be good here. But then you got to be realistic, man. Like, these guys are way bigger than me. You could tell just in the weigh-in how big he was compared to me. But again, no excuses, man. It was a great fight. I know you guys loved it.
You also recently said if you don't get the Kai fight, you're done fighting the BKFC. Is that true?
I'm done fighting, period, if I don't get that fight in December. But now, let's be realistic now. I got to be real, too. I got to recover. And I'm not going into that fight ever again with a little injury. So if we have to wait another year, I'll wait another year. But that's the fight I want next. I don't want nobody else. Do not send me no contract for nobody else. That's the guy I want. I got my eye on him, and I'm going to beat him 100% at 45.
Hey, Brian, very competitive fight, nearly 400 strikes thrown. When it got to the scorecards, were you surprised by the judges' answer on the fight?
Nah, at all. I knew those knockdowns fucked up my score, and I had the fight at 4-1. Maybe last round, he could have won it because I wasn't as active, and he did land like a few shots in the end. But, bro, 3-2, it was pretty close. I literally turned around, I looked at everybody, and I said, I won the 6th round. I won the 6th round, 6th round, 6th round. I screamed it a bunch of times. Y'all could look back. And they weren't going to give it to me because, you know, the Hard Rock always hurrying everybody up. So it was more about the show than let me get this win. If I would have gone to the 6th round, I would have showed out for real.
Max Calangelo fighting Yoel Gaio. Thank you so much for giving us such a great performance and a great fight. I mean, it was by far the best fight in my opinion tonight, and we had a lot of great fights. What was your mindset after round 4? Your arm is completely gone. You can only fight for one arm. Coming off a knockdown, you have to dig deep in that 5th round. Where was your mind at in that round?
My coach kept telling me, man, he was like, yo, you got to finish this. You're down on the score. You got to finish. You got to finish. And I looked at him like, I'm going to try, bro. My right arm is fucked up. That's my power hand. You know, and it's crazy, man, because I threw it so much harder last fight, and I threw uppercuts and everything, and nothing happened, and it happened here. And I don't want to, again, I don't want to say like the weight classes, but it could have been that, you know, hitting somebody that's way heavier. Maybe it did take a little toll on my shoulder, because when it first came out, it was a shot that I threw overhand, and I hit him in his shoulder. And that's when it popped out. I never landed clean with that one. But then y'all saw me. I put it back in place, and I did what the cash cow does. I put on a show for all these big fans out here, because South Florida got the best fans, man.
All right, I'm being told we have time for one more with El Gallo. That goes to you.
Gallo Soso here from Sports with Soso. What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
You showed an incredible amount of heart tonight, right? You got knocked down twice, got back up, almost won the fight, right, within the 5 rounds, and you mentioned the 6th round, which I think we were all expecting to see. What does this say about you as a fighter in BKFC? Behind all the glitz, all the stuff on Instagram, the shit talking that people do, what does this say about your skills as a fighter in BKFC?
Man, respecting your question, fuck my skills. Show me somebody that got metal balls like me. Tell me who drags them in that fucking circle like me. Nobody dragging their balls in that circle like me. I don't care how good they are. These guys have been fighting way longer than me, have more technique, got way bigger teams. They've been doing this shit. I just started, but I let my nugs drag on that fucking canvas, and I'm going to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? You cannot get me out of there. You better have a sniper somewhere there waiting, because you're not going to take me out. I don't care who you are. I'm not quitting, and that's who El Gallo really is, man.
There he is, Brian El Gallo Duran. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks
Thank you
for
so
talking
much.
to us. We
Appreciate you guys, man.
Very popular here in this area. Next up, the other part of that fight of the night, Robbie Peralta. Let's bring him out and talk to him. If you have a question for Robbie, let us know. I'll get you set up here in the queue.
Robbie, Rudy Rodriguez, Shomat, Combat Corner. That was an absolute war. Your eye is swollen shut. I mean, were you afraid at the end of the 4th round when they're going into the 5th round that the doctor might stop the fight at that point?
Yeah, it definitely was. I thought he was going to stop it because I could hardly see. So it was making it hard to see out of my other eye. But that's not going to stop me from fighting. I'm a warrior, and I'm going to keep going no matter what. Hasn't been the first time that my eye's been shut like this, so I'll just keep going, keep fighting.
Hey, Robbie, Ben Davis here for Bally Sports. 2 knockdowns, outlanded Duran. When it went to the judges' scorecards, did you think you had done enough to win?
I thought I did for sure. I thought I was out there. I thought I was landing more strikes, and those 2 knockdowns would have counted more. But it's all good. I'm here to fight, and I'm here to put on a show. And Brian Duran's a warrior, just like I am, and it was a scrap.
Duran's shoulder popped out in rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you notice that? Did you try and attack that side?
I noticed in one of the rounds that had popped out, I seen him kind of twitch towards that shoulder, so I kind of went at him a little bit more, but wasn't able to get the finish.
Robbie, fair play to you. Like, that fight was fight of the night for me. You're winning against a very, very tough opponent, Brian El Gallo, and I think you have a similar mindset to Brian. What was it like when you're that deep in? It's the 5th round, and there might be that chance that it could be just called, you know, by the doctor. Like, how can you just keep your focus on that?
I just got to dig deep and keep going, and got the heart of a warrior, and I won't stop, and I'm going to keep going no matter what.
One more thing. David Feldman earlier tonight in the press conference, he said that you guys are going to get more shares for the company. Is that correct, what he said? I mean, how does that make you feel for the performance you put on tonight, you and Gallo, I mean, to earn that respect from the CEO, the founder, the chief?
I'm excited about that. I'm hoping to get more of that and get more recognition and get more money and feed my family.
Well, there he is. That's a great thing to want to feed your family. It's a great thing to do. You're a good man for that. There he is. Give it up for Robbie Peralta, one half of the fight of the night. Thank you for that fight, Robbie.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. All right. Next up, as Robbie makes his way off, I want to bring up Andrew Legend Strode, one part of the co-main event. A little controversy there. Andrew Legend Strode's making his way out. Come on out. All right, thanks for taking the time. Our first question is right over here.
Savage Combat Sports Media, Andrew. At the end of the fight, I saw the little victory dance and everything going on. How did that feel when they had told you that it was going into the outcome that it did?
Nobody told me nothing. I thought I won the fight. We started the 3rd round, and I thought I won the fight. You know, much respect to G. You know, he's a good fighter, but I should be champion right now.
Hey, Andrew, Ben Davis here for Bally Sport. Was there anything that surprised you about G. Perez in there tonight?
No, I knew he was going to come to fight. I know he was going to give me a good fight, but I should be champ right now.
Andrew, I know a result like this is tough. What is the plan for the next couple of weeks?
Just go back to the gym, go back to the drawing board, and see what they have next for me. But hopefully, I don't know, because I should be champ right now.
Did you see what happened? Rudy Rodriguez Combat Corner. Did you see what happened to his ear? Was that from a punch or?
Yeah, I definitely hit him with a right hook or a left hook. I don't know which one, but it definitely split his ear.
All right, look, I know you had a fight. I know you probably want to get out of here. I thank you for your time. Give it up for Andrew Legend Strode. Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate you. Thank you. Then the other half of the co-main event was his opponent, G. Cutman Perez. Last but certainly not least, let's bring out G. Cutman Perez and get a few words from him, some questions towards G. He's making his way up to the table right now. Give it up for G. Cutman Perez. Right over here, G.
Hey, G. Ben Davis here for Bally Sport. Frustrating night at the office. Can you just give me your immediate reaction to that doctor stoppage?
I mean, listen, a doctor is there for a reason. You know, he's there to take care of us, and if he stopped the fight because it was due to an injury that he knew it was going to be bad for me, then I respect his decision. I'm not going to argue with the doctor. He's a doctor. I'm not.
Seemed like it was a very competitive fight, back and forth, momentum swings throughout the 2 rounds. How did you feel in there tonight against Andrew Strode?
I feel great. I feel like I was winning. You know, I felt like I was winning. I was definitely winning. I just looked at the replay and I was definitely winning. You know, freak accidents happen, man. You know, you get cuts, it's bare knuckle, you don't get cut. So, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with the doctor. He made the best decision. That's why he's one of the best doctors in the bare knuckle. So, I respect his decision.
G, I just want to say I feel bad for the result that happened tonight. You're the most loved man in this organization, G. Honestly, I was ringside with Mike Richman, Luis Palomino chipped in, and Austin Trout, and they were all just frustrated for you. You know, to be fair about it. I know you're going to be back again, and just from me and from Chupacabra TV, just keep the head up. That's all I want to say.
100%, man. Thank you very much. Definitely gonna be a rematch for sure.
Hey, over here. You know, usually when it's a doctor, usually when it's a doctor stoppage, it goes to DQ, but instead it went to no contest. Don't you think it maybe should have been a DQ since it was a doctor stoppage?
I mean, I don't know how the rules, how they do all the rules. I'm just there to fight, man. You know, they make all the decisions, so it is what it is. I feel like I was winning the round, so I feel good. I mean, I'm not mad. You know, it's a doctor decision. He makes his decision, so I'm not mad, bro. On to the next. Rematch is definitely going to happen because it was a good fight. So I definitely want that rematch.
Savage Combat Sports Media, G. First of all, congratulations tonight because you put on a great performance regardless of that stoppage. And also congratulations on being part owner of this company now, as David Feldman announced at the conference. Now, my question for you is, since this came out to a no contest, what is next for you? Do you want another rematch with Andrew Strode, or are you aiming at John Dotson because he said he wanted the winner of this contest and he's fully ready and able to fight?
Well, that's the plan. The plan was to, you know, get through Andrew Strode, and then me and Dotson was going to be a mega fight. But it's okay. We're going to get this rematch. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again, and we don't bring it home.
Rudy Rodriguez, Showmont, Combat Corner. Did you know when your ear got cut? Did you feel it? And, you know, did you have any idea how it looked when that happened? And I'll let you answer first.
So when I hit the line, and then the ref came up to me and he said, "Hey, we're going to go to the doctor." I'm like, "What happened?" And then the doctor is looking at my ear, and I was like, okay, something. I mean, I didn't feel it in my ear. I was perfectly fine, but then I saw him, you know, I know Doc, so I saw him whispering, so I was like, oh, man, he can't do this right now. But, hey, listen, I respect his decision. He is the man for a reason, and it happens. It's bare knuckle.
And do you need to have a conversation with the cut man that was dealing with your ear that didn't glue it back together in that round?
Nah, man, Pat's good dude, man. He's a very good cut man. You know, he does very well for the company, and he did his best, trust me.
G the Cutman Perez. Give it up for him because this guy bleeds BKFC. Thank you for staying here so late and coming on after that fight, and we can't wait to see a rematch if that's in the cards. Thank you, G Cutman
100%.
Perez.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys.
All right, that'll do it here from Florida, from Hollywood, Florida. We'll be back again. Thank you, G. We'll be back again next time with you. Make sure to keep updated at bkfc.com. You can go there for all our social media at Bare Knuckle FC. Make sure you follow it. We'll keep you updated. But now, for now, so long from Florida.